Hi, my name is Becky. I'm going to be showing you how to create a supplier record. We start off in this supplier list. Like all screens in Wekware, it is what we call a Wekware Live document. Let's first make full use of the available screen real estate by zooming this document to fill the screen width. Next, you can see an instruction in red here. This is called a filter, and it has to be filled in before we can create our supplier record. Let's do so. We're selecting the supplier group, so suppliers can be grouped into groups for convenience depending on what they supply. Next, we press the new button to create a new supplier. This opens the supplier record screen. It does make full use of the screen real estate again by zooming this to fill the screen width. Next, let's go through this screen and fill it in. First, we have some controls here at the top. These help you fill in the form faster by doing certain things automatically, like auto picking if you type in the ID of a supplier who is already in the system. So first, let's fill in the supplier ID. The supplier ID can be one of two values. You can either create and maintain your own supplier numbering system as a supplier ID. Alternatively, you could use the supplier's company ID for the supplier ID. In this case, we're going to create and maintain our own system, and our system will be the letter S for normal suppliers, followed by the year, 2020 in this case, then a three-digit number for the supplier, 001. Next, we put the supplier email. Next, supplier name, Rider Books. Then we want to put in the phone number for the supplier. Next, we'll put in the postal address. Next, we'll put in the supplier's physical address. Notice how other fields were filled in automatically, like the full address and picking the city, the country. Once I supplied the city, so it picked the province and the country. This is all done by these here, like autofill province and country. If file name is typed, automatically fill in full address as you type in the components. Next, we need the sales contact. This is the person who will be dealing with our account on the supplier side. Next, we need the details for our accounts contact. This is the person who will contact on payment issues. Next, we want to add the supplier's bank account details, which is what we'll be using when we pay the supplier. We'll say this supplier has two banks, one for Zimbabwe dollars, one for US dollars. Next, we want to use add the bank usage. This guides us in terms of which account to use for which purposes for this particular supplier. We can then press add and close to save the supplier record. The supplier's name appears here. Next, we'll create a different kind of supplier, or rather partner, which is government agencies to whom we have to remit payments like taxes. Next, let's fill the screen with as usual. For government suppliers, we'll use a numbering system with G first. With government suppliers, we don't need as many details since we aren't actually dealing with them as a supplier per se. So in this case, we'll say this is the National Revenue Authority. There are no sales contacts or accounts contacts with government agencies, but we do need their bank accounts. Then we'll add the bank usages. And we can add and close, and we see the name listed here.